So, you're looking to make 2026 a year with a bit more purpose, more connection? Well, you've come to the right spot. We're about to break down this really powerful kindness bucket list that's designed to help you do exactly that.
Okay, let's kick things off with a question that I bet is on a lot of our minds these days.
I mean, it really feels like it, right? We're just constantly getting hit with notifications, deadlines. We're all stuck in that nonstop busy cycle. But here's a thought. What if the secret to actually slowing down and finding some real purpose was way simpler than we think?
Yeah, it's not about some huge, dramatic gesture. It's really about the simple, almost ancient act of giving. You know, that intentional kind of kindness that doesn't just create ripples for other people, it actually forces us to hit pause, to connect, and to find a little bit of meaning right here in the moment.
And to see just how powerful this whole ripple effect thing can be, I've got to share this incredible true story with you. Seriously, it's amazing. Okay, so picture this. It's the dead of winter. A man named Elias is just sitting on a park bench. He's just lost his job, and you can just imagine the weight of the world on his shoulders, worrying about how he's going to provide for his family. And then, out of nowhere, something happens. A total stranger sees how distressed he is, walks right up, and hands him a $20 gift card for a local coffee shop. But listen, it wasn't just the card. It was what the stranger said that really kicked off a small miracle. Just think about that for a second. I feel like it was meant for you. Wow, that one sentence. That little gut feeling, it was about to change Elias's life in a way that honestly, neither one of them could have ever predicted.
So because of that gift card, Elias goes into the cafe. And wouldn't you know it, in that exact cafe, at that exact moment, is a hiring manager. They get to talking and, get this, by the end of the week, Elias has a new job. His entire life just did a 180.
Like Elias said later, that stranger just quietly aligned the stars. That person became the answer to a prayer that didn't even know anyone was saying. I mean, that's it, right? That is the absolutely profound power of one single act of kindness.
So Elias's story, that gives us the big why, right? The incredible reason why this matters. So now let's dive into the what. What are the actual things we can do, starting right where we live in our own communities?
And that's what this explainer is all about. 25 real, actionable, creative ideas to help you make 2026 your most impactful, most purposeful year yet.
And just look at this list. We're not talking about complicated or expensive stuff. I mean, offering to give a caregiver a day off, or just surprising a neighbor with a little something on their doorstep. These are simple things that can totally change the vibe of your whole neighborhood.
Or, hey, maybe you want to take it up a notch. A pop-up clothing swap is such a cool idea. You get to fight fast fashion, help people out, and build community all at the same time. And look, when you break it down into 4 easy steps like this, it feels totally doable, right?
And hey, this kindness thing, it's not just for people. It's for the planet, too. You can do things like planting a mini urban garden or shopping at a farmer's market. Personally, I absolutely love this trash to art workshop idea. Can you imagine getting a bunch of people together, turning junk into art, and then raising money for a good cause? How cool is that?
All right, now let's shift gears and talk about the small stuff. I'm talking about the everyday acts of good that literally take less than 5 minutes, but can still have a huge, huge impact.
Okay, returning your shopping cart. It seems so small, right? But it's actually a really powerful little act of respect. It's a nonverbal way of saying, I see you, to the workers and to everyone else shopping there. It's about respecting the shared space.
Giving up your seat. This one's a classic for a reason, but it's so important. We just never have any idea what someone else is going through. You giving up your seat on a crowded train could make a world of difference for someone who's fighting a battle you can't even see.
Here's one you can do right now. Got 2 minutes? Seriously, leaving a glowing 5-star review for a small local business, that can be a genuine lifeline for them. Your words have so much power. And this one's a bit deeper. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Sharing your own story of overcoming a challenge, yeah, it's brave, but it's more than that. It could literally be the lifeline of hope that one person out there is desperately searching for. For real, your story matters.
Okay, so this next one is less of a physical action and more of a mental challenge. A little experiment. For 1 week, just one, intentionally assume that everyone you meet is doing their absolute best. That guy who cut you off in traffic, maybe he's rushing to the hospital. It's a total mindset shift, and it can completely change how you see the world.
So, okay, we've looked at all these incredible possibilities, from big community projects all the way down to these tiny mental shifts. There's really only one question left to ask. Where are you going to start?
Ready to jump in? Here's a super simple timeline to turn all this inspiration into real action. First, just pick one thing from this list to do this week. That's it. Then, try to build that habit throughout the year. Oh, and you have to mark your calendar for April 12th, 2026. That's Good Deeds Day, and you can join this huge global movement.
And look, remember, the goal isn't to do all 25 of these things. That's not the point. The point is to just start with one small act. Because just like we saw with Elias, you honestly never ever know when your small gesture might be the exact silent help someone has been desperately waiting for. And really, that's the big question to take away from all of this. It's a pretty powerful thought, isn't it? Whose silent prayer will you answer? The answer to that? Well, it starts with your very next choice.